you're stuck in a hurricane, 'cause everything around you just keeps on turning. I can see you searching for an escape. The fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Don't worry, don't worry. You got the future on your mind. No hurry, no hurry. Just take it one day at a time. Don't worry, don't worry. You got the future on your mind. No hurry, no hurry. Let's take it one day at a time. Don't worry, don't worry. You got the future on your mind. No hurry, no hurry. Let's take it one day at a time.
Two cutters through the middle. Artie up for three.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares. A ball break sky high. Check the movement is here. Yeah. It's one heart, one shot. Now the future is yours. Go.
Hello LLA, Bolovinaka, and welcome to Heritage Hockey Tournament 2023, the newest and most exciting hockey tournament on the national calendar. For those of you new to Heritage Hockey, it's the melting pot of pride, passion, flair and skill, and we're bringing you all 16 games live and free thanks to local Gecko Productions and One Foundation. I'm Brad Pittman and we'll be bringing you all the action this Easter weekend at the Waikato Hockey Centre here in Hamilton. I'm joined in commentary by local Waikato player, personality and New Zealand Bachelorette contestant Aaron McNabb. Nabby, good to have you here. Cracking game of hockey we got.
Yeah, appreciate that, Brad. Yeah, fantastic game. Look, coming up for the Saturday morning. Oh, it is Saturday.
It is Saturday.
It is
Easter,
Saturday morning.
Easter will twist you up.
There you go. Yeah, so New Zealand Pasifika versus New Zealand Indians will be a fantastic game.
Yeah, and those are the two teams we will see today. The Indian side coming off a loss yesterday at the hands of the New Zealand Māori team, and we'll be looking to bounce back this morning against a tough Pasifika side. I was particularly impressed by the defensive resilience of Kieran Chiba at the back for the Indian side yesterday, but they're going to need to put things together going forward if they want to trouble this Pasifika team. The Indian men are coached by Ketan Hari and Hitendra Patel, two pretty talented coaches in the dugout there for the Indian side. Now the Pasifika men were first up winners yesterday against the brand new junior Māori team. They weren't at their absolute polished best, but will have taken the light out of yesterday's games, and I'm sure we'll have been watching some of the footage in the build up to this morning. The leadership of Jan Pedersen will be crucial at the front, and he'll need to take charge and lead his other strikers in Calvin Ratabuli, Adam Kailea and Rocco Ludolf. The Pasifika men are coached by Kevin Fraser and Stu Pidu. And Nabby, fortunate for us viewers, it looks like Stu Pidu is on the team list for today, and he's out there in his pink socks.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Hey, I played a lot of hockey alongside and against Stu, and it's fantastic to see him back on the field and playing another hockey tournament. So, yeah, we're looking to see him if he can roll back the years a little bit and try and dominate the game.
Yeah, that's it. He didn't play yesterday's match and has been pulled in for today, as we see the two captains there, Shea Iswa and Jan Pedersen, and Amber Church will bring the ball girl out to the middle to start our game there. Umpires for today's match, Anton Paulin and Sam Harrison in the yellow shirts today. Big cheer from the local crowd here for the ball girl. How special is that to start our second day of hockey? Now, one thing to note, Nabby, is how good do those Pasifika men's singlets look?
Yeah, they look strong. Definitely standout uniform. If that was, if you could get competition points for that, I think they'd be taking a couple there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was talking to Pasifika man Brett Levy yesterday. He said that the boys were in the gym all night trying to work on the curls, making sure that they did justice to the singlets there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's probably a good look for the Pacific team as well. It's taking it back to their heritage. Everyone, I don't know if they have sleeves over in the island, so yeah, it's good for them.
Yeah. As we see the teams present there, it is day 2, game 1. Jan Pedersen, the hero, taking on Shea Iswa in this men's match. As mentioned, the Indian side did go down in yesterday's match, but there's a lot of flair going forward with Shea Iswa, the likes of Sajan Patel, Sachin Chiba when he gets on the field was good, but locked through the middle with Brett Menezes, Milan Patel, a couple of guys that have played a good bit of hockey and here at Heritage over the last couple of years. The Pasifika team, though, can't go past the likes of Dan Scanlon, local man here in the Waikato. Alex Dio is out there for the Pasifika side this year, which will be an interesting matchup considering he played in this Indian team for the last 2 years. So I caught up with him a little earlier in the week and said he might cop a little bit of abuse from his Indian brothers across the field there in today's matchup. So keep an eye out for that matchup with Alex Dio.
It's cool to see that multinational, even with Alex, he can play in either side, which is awesome. I think that's a massive thing, that what this tournament's all about. It's about representing where you come from, and you got elements of the world in all players and teams. So it's fantastic. Oh, don't mind that cheer from the Pasifika men.
Good strong start from the Pasifika men's side. I spoke to their coach Kevin Fraser just before the game, and he said they're amped up for this morning. They weren't at their best yesterday, and they acknowledged that. So look for a big start here as we see both teams out onto the field. It will be the Indian side with first use of the ball. Shea Iswa, the captain, stepping up onto it there.
It's always good to start the game, I feel, get a couple of passes going and just start building your way into the first 17 minutes. Yeah,
it was interesting yesterday. The Indian side, they had to defend, it was 5 or 6 penalty corners in a row in the first 5 minutes against the Māori side. Turned them all away, but they'll want to start probably at the other end of the field if possible here.
Yeah, definitely.
This is Chiba at the back here. Indian men just looking to move the ball, pressing past forward, but Julius Talavau there, intercept. He's got Xander Fraser, who was yesterday's man of the match in their win against the junior Māori team.
He's been playing a lot of good hockey, actually, Xander Fraser, over different tournaments he's been a part of the last few months.
Yeah, yes, he's been over in the UK, playing this hockey over there with his younger brother Aiden. And he's also been up at the Black Stick Super Camp up in North Harbour last week. Good to see him back out here again, representing the Pasifika team. Aiden, I believe, is probably in the air at the moment, flying back from the UK. We hope, probably not on the field, but we hope he makes an appearance down turf side over the next couple of days. And here is Fraser, calm as ever, taking on Saj Patel. It's Julius Talaval, Zaynar Yuk. He's got Adrian Smith over at the other side of the field, but comes back here to Talaval. Lovely ball down the line, finds Adam Kailea. And the entry there turned away. And relieving free hit, Kieran Chibba does well there on the edge of the circle. Lovely ball down the line there.
Great ball. That's a striker's dream, getting a ball like that, being able to mix and match down there in the with the defenders and try and get it into the circle. Yeah,
Adam Kailea loves a little one-on-one dart from around the edge too. So
I think a lot of the players here at this tournament would love a little one-on-one, a little bit of razzmatazz there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Left, right, good night kind of vibe there, I think.
Yeah, a little miscue from the Pasifika side coming out of their own end will give the Indian side possession. It's Devon Hari over the far side of the field in the headband. Kieran Chibba here, just looking into his midfield. We'll go long. And they'll get the free hit on the edge of the circle. It's Iswa's up there, Saj Patel's there, Brett Menezes rolling onto the ball. Still going, Menezes. This might be the one tournament in the country, Nabby, where the baseline shot's all right.
Yeah, I think I'd get told off if that was me at club level, I think, somehow. But, hey, great option. You got to force a keeper to make a save. You never know what's going to happen once it bounces off the pads there. So, yeah, it's a good option.
Yeah, that's it. The Indian men's side just starting a little higher than yesterday and up in their press here, trying to put some pressure on this Pasifika defensive unit. And there's Talaval.
It's a good ball.
Yeah, good overhead option there and brought down by Chibba. Well worked out by the Indian side. Still under some pressure there. It's Rocco Ludolf up there.
Don't mind that. Taking a bit of pressure off. Just we're pretty keen just to hold the ball and make some good passes and then work it out, which was nice. But good, looking like Pasifika men back on the attack now. Yeah,
and you can already see a speed increase from the start yesterday's match. Here's Ludolf. It's gone across. Scanlon will pull it in. Peterson here. He's magic in the circle. Scan still going. Oh, it's got
to clear that. Little bit, seemed a little soft, I'd say, there in that first attack. Someone needs to get in there with the pads maybe and give it a good boot out of there.
Yeah. Dylan Patel not long back from India in goal there for the Indian men's side. He's wearing off some jet lag. I believe he arrived at 9 AM yesterday morning.
Oh, there we go, and that's probably why.
He'll get out there and clear it though.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's two people in that Pasifika men's team with Jan Peterson and Dan Scanlon. I wouldn't want to give too many opportunities in the circle. I think they're going to, if you do that, they'll feast on them most of the time, I think.
Yeah, and Rocco Ludolf, he's actually dropped back into the midfield for them, number 12 in the middle of the field at the moment there. He scored a pretty good goal yesterday for the Pasifika men's side. So look for him to link up. I've already spoken. Oh, there's Jan.
He's working his way. He's rolling back the years. He's one of the older. He'd be one of the older players out there as well, and you never really know it because he's just there or thereabouts. Whatever team he's playing for, whether it's New Zealand Defence Force or Pasifika Men or whoever it may be.
Yeah, he's a weapon, and they're lucky to have both him and Stu Padu, guys that are a little longer in the tooth, but man, you can't tell when they step out on the hockey field.
Just that experience as well, what they're going to be doing to the younger players, being able to talk them through what they need, and that, I mean, as a player going through that, you always looked up to the older boys in the team and helped a lot of the growth, I suppose, that you could do on the field.
Yeah, and that's one of the massive benefits of this tournament. You get to mix some of those younger players in with guys that are playing at the very top level or have played at the highest level. As we see one of those guys right there, Jared Panchia, just work his way onto the ball here for the Indian side.
Oh, you got to take it back there. Been a bit cheeky trying to get away with a few extra yards.
Oh, and Jan Peterson doing the tough stuff there to stop the midfield transfer over to Devon Hari. But yeah, Jared Panchia, obviously named just recently to make his return back to the Black Sticks kit in the Christchurch Pro League games. We look forward to seeing him out there, and just a little bit ahead of him there. You can see though.
See what they're trying to do,
Yep.
just work it on the 45 across the midfield, which is when those passes come off, they cut teams in half. So it'll be definitely something to think about for the Pasifika men, if that's the New Zealand Indians' go-to option.
Yeah, and interestingly, so yesterday the junior Māori side had a lot of success in their right side outlet, and
Great receive.
it'll be interesting to see if that shows itself again. The Pasifika men, I'm sure, will have looked at some tape last night and had a look at how they can fix that. But yeah, just have a look at the way the team's shape here. One thing about the Pasifika men is they got good ball distributors around the back. Jan Peterson, there is Dio onto the field now. He'll have to remember what team he's playing for.
Does good wins a free hit there, edge of the circle. Not the best place to win one, but hey, you prefer it than giving one up.
And they're going to win another one here through Jan Peterson. I'd love to see them get out of that area of the field, but they plug again, and they have got the entry now. Just tipped away there by Chiba, and they come away. Saj Patel.
He's not afraid.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
see
talking
you
about
later.
some Raz. He's got all of it. Still going as Saj. And just got too far ahead of him there. There's not many people that can say they turned Xander Fraser inside out.
That's a great ball.
It's going to go the other way. Oh, great defensive effort there. It's young Ranik Patel.
It's a great passage for the Heritage comp there. That's a good passage of play. I think it shows what this tournament's all about, which is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Clip that 30 seconds and put it on your TikTok. Here we go. Rocco Ludov. Yeah, and they do really well there. It's Prashant Patel for the Indian side. Man, what a play by young Ranik Patel. First time in the team. He's come screaming across to intercept that one out of the way of Jan Peterson, who was, I think, about to wind up and try and rip a hole in the net.
You probably wouldn't mind having that one again, old Jan. I think maybe going to the ball a little bit and getting a bit of stick on it first, and then making the shot rather than waiting for the ball to come and then try and hit the cover off it.
Yeah, I'm not sure he knew that Ranik was tracking it down, so well defended. But here we go, is Jan Peterson again. Going forward, here's Ludov, but he's going to have to get past Chiba. And it's the back line that beats them in the end. And I can see over right in front of the dugout, you can't quite see it on camera. Here he is, the man himself calling for his sub, Stu Pitu. He's trying to get himself on in the next little passage of play.
Probably expect him to float down to the back four, but would be great to see him do one of his classic Stu Pitu runs up and promoting himself up into the midfield or even the striker line like he has done in the past.
Yeah, no stranger to doing that, especially here at this turf. He's made his money here. And here we go is Calvin Ratabuli. Pass forward to Ludov, Rocco Ludov, great extra pass. Scanlon wears off the first challenge. Scanlon's still going. Oh, and it rolls along the top of the bar.
Not the highest percentage option, but hey, he's got it pretty close there.
Oh, Danny Scan, you can see he's been over at the Indoor World Cup and his skills along the baseline there. Wowee.
Yeah, he'll be excited to actually be able to use that 3D ability that he's got rather than indoor where you got to keep the ball flat on the hardwood.
Yeah, wow, that would have been one of the spectacular Heritage hockey goals. An unorthodox one, but
I would have even seen that probably make ESPN top 10 plays potentially.
Yeah. I think we get a pay rise if we make it there, Nabby.
Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Here we go, ball at the back. Here is Fraser and Ayuk for Pasifika. Shupidu is out here at right half, and little reverse blade down into the corner, Ratabuli. I'll tell you what, there's a fair bit of perm activator in that corner of the field at the moment between Pidu and Ratabuli. Even Rocco Ludov's got the tight curls. Oh, that's
a tough. That's a tough call.
That's the home turf advantage of Stu Pidu.
Yeah. Can't give him a foul there.
Oh, just tried to work the 1-2, wasn't coming for him, and here come the Indian men's side. Shayaswa is running up the middle of the field. That's a tough challenge there, and it's probably going to earn him a rest.
Yeah, there you go, 2 minutes.
Jaden Gosha there was on the ball. And perhaps a bit of an opportunity here for the Indian men's side.
You got 2 minutes with player advantage there with the green card, so you want to use it as effectively as possible, and that's not a good option.
Nah, they don't need to rush it, the Indian side. And I mean, I know it's only 2 minutes, but if you string things together, 2 minutes can be a long time if you keep the pressure on.
Yeah, exactly. You just want to. This is the time where you just got to sharpen up the basics, make sure everything's going stick to stick on the ground, making it easy for your teammate to really work with the ball and get that next phase happening through the play.
Yeah, and here is Ranik Patel on the ball, just opting to go back to his defenders. So the Pasifika men only working with the 2 strikers at the moment. They're putting good pressure on.
Great pressure.
All things considered, here is Patel. Finds Iswa. Oh, strong work out there. It was Kevin Guttenbiel linking up with Adam Kailea. Kailea on the ball now. And they'll get the reliever there. New Zealandian side. Pasifika men won't mind that too much. They are the man down, so any time they can play up in that front third, they'll be happy with.
Yeah, there's also a slower ball speed on that free hit, so that's earning the Pasifika men valuable seconds that they don't really have to defend too much. So see Stu down the corner with the ball, being a bit of a wily fox and taking his time getting it back, which is always good when you're a man down.
Yeah, that's what those experienced players bring, knowing how to manage moments. Earns the free hit there. And there again, they'll call another player onto the ball. In fact, it's Stu Pitu who will come back onto it. And there is Fraser at the back. He's got Dio with him.
You got a lot of time between these two.
Oh, they're
good
up,
high
the
press.
Indians.
Good
Yeah.
high press. That's what you got to do.
Saj Patel there putting pressure on Alex Dio. And there they are. There they've got it, the Indian men's side. Here is Saj Patel. He's dangerous. Still going, Patel. And he'll win the free hit just on the edge of the circle.
Nothing too much in that tackle, but one was good there with the guy falling on top of the other player. Not too much, no malice really in that. Just happened to get his body in a bit of an awkward position.
Well worked out there by Scanlon Buenamasi, and they've found. Oh, is it too far ahead? Oh, it is. A little touch pass through there from Calvin Ratabuli beats Kailea over the baseline, and they will come back to 11 on the field now, the Pasifika men. So
advantage over for the Indians there. Not too much used, you'd have to say, for the Indians with the one-man advantage.
yeah, had one little crack at the edge of the circle, but unable to get any entry. Here's Shayaswa in the middle of the field, captain again for this year's Indian side. Here's Chiba across the field. Sachin Chiba there. The brother of the Indian women's captain, Rashika Chiba, who we'll see a little later this morning. And I learnt yesterday, no relation to Kieran Chiba at the back.
Well, there you go.
For the Indian men's side. So, Pasifika men here with the ball. It's Stu Pitu at the back. They're making their subs on. Alex Dio, those are 2 guys that have played a bit together on this turf.
Yeah, a lot together through the Collegians set up there.
Yep.
Tons of time. So they know each other very well, which is little relationships and connections like that in teams like this is actually very vital to building a good cohesive unit.
Yeah, and here goes Rocco Ludolf for the Pasifika men's side. Great tackle. Yep, really strong tackle there. It was Devon Hari for the Indian side working back in defence. It's Ranik Patel, Shayaswa, Chiba. Lovely triangles there. Here's Shayaswa, he's a gun going forward as well. If he can get himself inside the circle. He's got 3 Pasifika men there hunting them though. And over the back line.
Good pack defence there from the Pasifika men. Just not letting him get too much space and really shutting down the options and getting him out to that T-junction on the baseline, which is a pretty high percentage defensive area.
Oh, good skill there, Alex Dare, and the midfield transfer. Ludov, he's got Ratabuli and Kailea. Finds Ratabuli. Oh, and it just sails past the goal there of Dylan Patel. Adam Kailea perhaps would have wanted to put his stick in the mixer.
Yeah, you'd have to say that's the first real goal scoring opportunity, the most obvious one there. It's just unlucky outside the left-hand post.
Yeah, well worked there by Ludov and Ratabuli to get that one going across the goal.
And then, of course, that 45 ball we've been talking a little bit about from the Pasifika men coming from left to right is what really opened that play up.
Yeah, so it's been a typical first quarter. I think both teams kind of feeling out the middle of the field, trying to get the ball moving, trying to find out what the other team is doing with their plan. As you mentioned, not a huge amount of real goal-scoring opportunities, but we might see one here in the last minute. Ratabuli! Oh!
He's doing everything but putting in the goal at
Yeah.
the moment. He's got himself in a fantastic position, made the receive.
Yeah, Dylan Patel just got a little bit of boot on it, but Ratabuli there doing his best up the front for the Pasifika men's side.
He's come onto the field and actually put on a lot of energy down that right edge, which has been pretty good to watch.
Yeah,
So I think he'll be pretty happy with his first quarter efforts. Can't quite get that.
Putting some real pressure on though is Kelvin Ratabuli. And that's
Danny Scanlon wins a free hit, gets himself into the circle.
counting down the seconds. Oh, and it's gone over the line, probably in the nick of zeros.
Is that it? Does that count? Surely. Probably wait for the refs to make that call.
Yeah, I think they might be. We'll have to get the yes or no confirmation of it. I mean, it did go into the goal, but the clock had also expired or was very close to.
Expiring.
Yeah. We'll get a confirmation of that out to you watching at home as soon as possible.
If this was the NBA, would be the rest would have called us over to the television booth just to watch whether or not the red shot clock had gone off. We don't quite have that technology here in hockey, but situations like that, you probably wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, as we check out some of the highlights from the first quarter.
Good save there.
Yeah, Dylan Patel asked to do a little bit at the start of the quarter, and they scrambled well enough, the Indian side. Scanlon with the very nearly. Oh, it did. It hit the top of the crossbar. Just trying to show us his ice hockey move there. Ludov, I thought, was good. He's moved back into the midfield. This is Ratabuli. Very nearly linking up with Kailea. Kailea's got to get on the guts for that one.
Yeah, you got to show a bit more energy there. I think that's probably.
And late in the quarter, there was a couple of flurries here. One was that Ratabuli shot just snuffed out by Patel, and then you see here this. We don't have clock on. That one's just rolled over the line.
Danny Scanlon always trying to claim those ones. It has counted.
It has
though.
gone up on
It's
the
gone up.
board there, 1-0. So we'll confirm that the Pasifika men did hit the lead there in the final second of that first quarter, and they're up 1-0 now in the game. Day 2, first game of the day here at New Zealand Heritage Hockey, coming to you live from the Waikato Hockey Centre here in Hamilton. We see the crowd starting to grow here this morning. Up next will be these two teams, but in the women's competition. So we'll see the Pasifika ladies take on the New Zealand Indian women's side. And that'll be the next game up, but we've still got 3 quarters of hockey here in this men's game.
You hate conceding right in the last minute like that, don't you? Last couple of seconds.
Yeah, so we had the last women's game yesterday. It was the Indian women against the New Zealand Māori women's team, and both first 2 quarters, in the last 30 seconds, the Māori team scored. So it's a heartbreaking time to concede, but what a boost it's given, and it looks like it's given here the Pasifika men.
I think you'd have to say Pacifica men probably have the better part of the possession and attack there in the first quarter. So maybe a 1-0 lead isn't too bad, but yeah, heartbreaking for the Indian men at this point.
Yeah. If you were to give it a score, it was advantage Pasifika for sure. But look, they scramble defend so well, this Indian side. And it's going to take little things like that, little bouncy bobblers to break them down. There's Chiba at the back. Happy to just transfer the ball. They've set out into a back three here with a couple in the midfield.
They've looked pretty good, pretty patient throughout most of the time. Hopefully the one coming down the goal, they might need to show a little bit more urgency, but patience is always key to starting, at least building your attack. Got to hold the ball.
And there's a little scramble in the middle of the field. It falls for the Indians here. Brett Menezes out there for the side, linking up with Shayaswa.
Wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more height from these strikers from the New Zealand Indians. They're a bit flat and not too far up the field, but
yeah,
I want to stretch the field out a little bit.
Saj Patel wants it. He's got Talaval. Going to come forward with it here, Saj Patel.
Not a great tackle.
He's got a ton of ability, Saj Patel. One of the, I genuinely think, one of the more exciting players in the tournament, especially when he's going forward. He never quite looks like he's got it in control, and then all of a sudden he's beaten 4 players and it's in the roof. Saji. They go again, the Indian side, with another free hit on the edge. And it went 4.8 there before going in the circle.
Yeah, ball's got to travel 5 inside the 25 before it can go in. It looked like 4.8, 4.85 probably by my eye.
Yep. It's always a classic one when you're out there on the ball. You think it surely had to have gone 5. 5 steps is close enough, isn't it?
Yeah, well, for someone like me, I've got quite a stride, so 5 steps is probably about 5 metres for me.
Yeah, here is Ayuk at the back. Yeah, the Indian men just happy to sit out in a bit of a 3/4 at the minute. Guttenbeil there, looking for the big transfer. Cut off by Chiba. Had to do it because Ludov was coming forward.
Has to chuck that one hand on the stick as well, give you a little bit extra reach.
Here's Saj Patel. Oh, can't get past Xander Fraser.
Yeah, he's looked good, Xander.
Yeah, he's a tough customer too, Xander.
It's well picked up. Good tackle.
Yeah, good poke tackle there, Adam Kailia.
Don't mind seeing strikers following the ball back, something that I should probably bring into my game quite a bit, but not so much.
Saj screaming for it over on this left side of the field. Ranik Patel's going to link back up. Kisha Nasai in the middle of the field.
Started a little bit scrappy here in the first couple of minutes in this quarter. A lot of free hits getting given away.
Yeah, I think perhaps this Indian side a little frustrated that they let one go in that last second. So we see Julius Talaval. Got Javon Jones in the middle of the field. Javon Jones, son of Tama Jones, who I've seen around the turf today. Good hockey legend up in the Auckland and Northland areas. Tama Jones. Good to see his young fella out here for the Pasifika side. There's Chiba on the ball, looks over. There's a bit of space back there too if he can get past Ayuk, and it does. Here we go. Oh, upright reverse.
Oh, tough. That's a good opportunity.
Yep.
Eyes light up as a striker seeing that.
Oh, and they've scrambled really well. It was Xander Fraser and Kevin Guttenbeil there for the Pasifika men's side, but the live wire from Pookie Indians, Eshan Patel, had the opportunity of a lifetime there in the circle. What a ball over the top from Kieran Chiba too.
He didn't do much wrong there with that opportunity. It was good save. Probably would have liked to go far post, but it's a bloody good opportunity. So
yeah,
good effort there.
And not an easy skill to execute, do the upright reverse on one bounce.
No, there are very few players who can hit that as a high percentage option. So it's a good strike. Definitely, I'd love to hit one of those. Love to hit one.
Yeah.
I'd have to make the trap though first. That's the trip.
Oh, I've no chance. It's going over the baseline. I'm setting up for a 16. Here we go, the Pasifika men. It's Adrian Smith, Zane Ayuk at the back.
He's looked good as well, Zane.
Yeah, it's really solid. Plays his club hockey up in Auckland. Good distributor of the ball, moves pretty well, and a big body too. So good bit of force and power when he does opt to go forward. Same with Julius Talaval here. Similar play styles, the two.
No penalty corners yet in the match. Be interesting to see if anyone can get that happening.
Yeah, the Indians will be happy to hear that. They had 5 on their head in the first 5 minutes in yesterday's game, so they'll be happy to not be doing that this morning, but equally they'd love to have one at the other end.
Yeah, you definitely want to start trying to earn a couple, but if shots on goal, that's close.
Yeah, so they're just
starting to gear up a little bit.
Yeah, start to throw that searching ball forward, and interestingly the overhead opportunity that fell to Ishan Patel, we mentioned that they probably weren't high enough, and they just snuck one up the back and behind the Pasifika defenders, and it caught them out a little bit there.
Just makes that much difference when you got defenders kind of in two minds, knowing that if they miss the ball, it's going to someone. And
Yeah.
I think just different heights and different elevations of your strikers just cause or just ask a lot more questions of the defending team.
Yeah, Talaval's going to take
he's
one
taking
it's a mile off there.
I don't mind to see it though. You don't mind seeing that, trying to get a couple of easy yards.
Yeah, well, if the worst thing...
Great.
Oh, upright hit, finds left half, Adrian Smith. Talaval showing a bit of winding the clock back with the big upright across the field. I love that.
Oh, I don't mind seeing a good upright hit. It's a pass of over probably 60 metres
Yeah.
to a wide open player. Unlucky they couldn't do too much with that pass, but what a skill to execute under pressure like that.
And they work out there under some pressure. Here's Javan Jones. He's grabbing, he's got Jan Peterson, but picked by Jared Panchia.
Jared Panchia has he's been fairly quiet, but he's looked alright when he's been on the ball. Hard luck.
Wow, what a touch by Sheaswell. I think they just got tangled up, was the free hit, but wow. Yeah, Pup been quiet this second quarter. He had his hands on a few things the first quarter, but in the first 7 or 8 minutes of this one, he's been a little on the quiet side.
Oh, here we go. But to the pocket, yellow or green, do you think?
Oh, I've got
yellow.
Green. What have we got? Yellow.
Yellow, fiver.
That's a tough one there. I think it's just 2 guys competing for the ball. Green would have been happy, but look, yellow's where he's going to be, in advantage now. Pasifika with the player up now. Yeah, Jared Panchia, I got to give a rap to, scored one of probably the all-time goals I've ever witnessed live at an under-21 tournament in Whangarei many moons ago.
Many moons.
He was... they were playing Southern in a semi-final, and after Kane Russell had put them ahead with a drag flick, Pup picks the ball out of the goal himself, walks it back to halfway, and from the hit-off dices the whole team and puts them into the final.
There you go.
It was unbelievable.
Something to witness, eh?
Yeah.
That'd be heartbreaking if you're in the Southern team.
I tell you what, it was unbelievable to watch. And you're right, heartbreak for the Dogs at that time, but here come the Pasifika boys along the baseline. It's snuffed out there by the Indian defence, but only as far as Jan Peterson. And he's disappointed in that one. He's passed it straight to Pup, and here they go, the Indian men's side leaking out. Alex Dio.
He's got some pace. Plays a lot of ultimate frisbee as well, Alex Dio.
Right.
A lot of very athletic dude. Very athletic. He's I think he was playing for one of the New Zealand age group setups in the ultimate frisbee.
Yep.
So he's got a lot of speed, a lot of bounce as well. Not that you need to jump a lot in hockey, but yeah, very athletic player, and we saw that just there getting back and cover defense, which is really good.
Yeah, that's the one thing, I guess, with having guys like Zayn Ayuk and Julius Talaval, bigger bodies in the back there. Could be exposed for speed up the front by some of the Indian strikers, but if you've got guys like Alex Dio and Xander Fraser who can turn on gas pretty quickly, it certainly helps. And here come the Indians through Chiba up on the T-bar.
Well, that's not a good tackle.
Xander's just throwing one in there, and they talk about it quickly as well. Having a good laugh, Chiba and Fraser. Still working down there is Chiba. He gets the entry.
Oh, corner.
Oh, good. It's off the foot there. Great ball in by Sachin Chiba.
He's done well. Take the ball about 5 metres there and then put it past Xander Fraser into the circle, which is earned the first penalty corner of the game. Yeah,
as we see the replay here, good little bit of tight skill by Chiba, just moving the ball. Xander Fraser not quite sure he's going, and that entry there onto the foot and toe of Alex Dio.
Slightly disappointed as the Pasifika men. There was about 5 players there that he's worked it through. Didn't look like there was much on.
Yeah, first corner here. Encouragement from the sideline for the Pasifika goalkeeper. The Indian men. It's the upright hit.
Yep.
Oh, and it's Shea Iswa, the injector.
There it
He's
is.
going to jump onto it. Good first up save and goal there by David Finau. But on the scraps first was Shea Iswa, the striker and captain for the Indian men's side. And they level things up 1-1 as we see this replay. Upright hit. Oh, and it's just fell straight to Iswa there. Not much you can do about that on the second attempt. And the Indian men's side strike back.
You don't see too many saves that just sit there and that only roll a couple of centimetres there away from the pads. You wonder why it didn't rebound a lot further.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Just found the dead spot in the boot. And
there you go, gave a great opportunity, and Indian men aren't going to waste that one, that's for sure.
yeah. And we're back at level playing fields, and the Indian men with a bit of confidence. Here comes Ishan Patel,
Oh.
seats him. Saj is screaming for it. He's 4 players back. And they're going to earn the long corner there, and
It's amazing what one goal will do for you to start lifting your team's confidence, that's for sure, and you can really get going. Seems like the New Zealand Indians with 4 minutes 42 seconds to go really come alive and building right into this.
yeah, they're a team with, when they do go forward, man can go forward quickly. It was Ish Patel and Sajan as well, trying to work together there. His Chiba will come onto the ball. In fact, it will be Pasifika men.
In that one.
Yeah.
You'd probably like to see just... I know we're talking about the go forward really quickly, but there's still good opportunities to build pressure just by holding the ball there, and I don't know if the dribble to the left-hand corner was probably the option. Maybe just retaining the ball and working it back around may have been something slightly more beneficial for the New Zealand and Indian men there.
Yeah, that's it, and it's the other level to their game that I think they need to really try and use is the way they build up play. Like the Pasifika men have transferred ball through the middle of the field, been patient at the back. As we see
Alex Dio there getting a free hit. Nice little curly mullet there at the back of his.
Yes, I was going to say
barnet.
he's definitely gone the Pasifika haircut for the week. The curled mullet. And the men here just exit. Sajid Patel's going to pull it in, and he's going to keep it in. Ratabuli does enough to win the free hit back, and big transfer
Great
across
transfer.
for Pasifika. Buenamasi. And it just rolls past everyone there.
Another one across the face of the goal and missing the striker just sliding in. I just got... you can just see a highlight there. You just see a striker come diving in and tap it past the keeper who doesn't really know what's going on, but not in this case.
Yeah. If Coach Kevin Fraser over there, I'd hope we'll be highlighting that. I've had a couple go past the post now.
Yeah, it's one each side, right?
Pasifika men with the free hit just around halfway. Looks like Armani Punga is on the field now at left half. There's Ayuk and Dio at the back. Saj and Patel's up and hunting. Iswa's trying to go with him but can't leave Xander Fraser alone. And the pick there, Brett Menez is... Yeah, you can see the growing confidence in this Indian men's side from the goal. I mean, if there was any chance they could go into the break up, potentially, would be a huge quarter for them. But I mean, levelling things up is already massive. But the Indian men's side, they'll want more than that if they can. They come forward. Iswa, great receive. Loses Ayuk just on his receive alone. Wins the free hit as well. He's pretty fluid in his position play too. Iswa kind of rolls back into the midfield sometimes.
That's always good. Love to see that.
Yeah.
Makes yourself a little bit more versatile. Also ask questions of the defenders because they're not really sure who's supposed to be covering. See, the ball's getting a little bit bobblier. Maybe the turf's drying out a wee bit in this gorgeous Waikato weather.
Yeah, we did have a bit of an issue with it yesterday, especially in those zones there where the ball. Oh,
What an option.
oh me, oh my! Jared Panchia just opting resi full crossfield. We move forward here is Saj Patel with the free hit just around the dotted circle. He'll look for a similar entry they got on their last corner.
Don't mind it.
And it's in here. It's goal scorer Iswa just using his skills. Penalty corner. Yeah, Rocco Ludolf's just come straight in and whacked the ball out over the back line. Iswa knew exactly what he was doing there.
Complain a little bit there, but I don't think you can complain too much about that call.
There's not a lot in that one, unfortunately, as we see the replay here. It's similar to how they got their last corner, actually, the little crab and entry. Iswa here just composed on the ball, waited for this, and that one there.
Yeah.
Good umpiring there by Santon Paulin there in the yellows, and the Indian men's side with their second penalty corner of the match, of course scored from the first one, thanks to a follow-up from Shea Iswa, the injector. And with 5 seconds to go, they've gone all up here. Let's see what they've got.
Oh, there it is.
Upright hit hits the back of the goal. That's a beautiful sound for the Indian men, not so much for Pasifika. But Nabby, another upright hit off a penalty corner.
You don't see it a lot in the men's game as you get older. That's number 14. Prashant Patel scoring that one, putting the Indian men up 2-1 at half time.
Yeah, and he was the strike on the first penalty corner too that did fall for Iswa. So the upright hit paying dividends for the Indian men's side. And I mentioned it may have been a sniff, and they have managed to go up 2-1 here, the Indian men's side, as we see the two teams going into the dugouts. Beautiful shot provided there from the drone of the Waikato Hockey Centre. And just like that, the Indian men, huge second quarter, and they're up 2-1.
Yeah, it's been quite an interesting little half here as we watch a few highlights.
Yeah, it was Pasifika men first quarter for sure. They had their opportunities. A couple of shots there saved by Dylan Patel, and one roll past Ludolf there. And they had this
back to Skinny on the baseline.
Yeah, he very nearly went magic there.
Oh. I tell you what, if that's a couple of centimetres the other way, it's just a fantastic goal.
Yep, and then they had this opportunity here through Ratabuli, go past Kailea for Pasifika. Ludolf again making a real impact going forward. Ratabuli had a shot there, and they did finally get one in the first quarter. I mean, with less than seconds to spare. Here, this little Scanlon rove to Kailea, and it's rolled in. That was right on the hooter.
He loves poaching goals, old Danny Scanlon.
Yeah, I asked him how he likes his eggs, and poached was the answer.
Yep, smart man. Poached egg, poached goal. Two of the great things in the world, that's for sure.
And then the Indian men came alive here in the second quarter. We just saw the upright reverse shot from Ish Patel earlier. And there's a couple of entries down on this baseline here that paid off for them.
They picked up that 5-minute yellow card to Milan Patel as well, which gave the Pasifika men another opportunity there. But
upright hit tipped in by Iswa. That was the first one. And then, like I said, they grew an extra leg here, the Indian men's side, and started throwing things at this Pasifika defensive unit, which we love to see. I saw Suresh Wallab, the NZISA president, walking around a little bit earlier. He'll be chest puffed out, I'm sure. And this is Saj Patel.
Still a lot of
Pasifika guys in the frame. They're probably disappointing that they're allowing that entry.
Yeah, because that's identical, and then the upright.
It's in off the defender's stick there. Zayna Yuk trying to battle that one away, but what a finish by the Indian men's side. As you see some shots there of the crowd starting to grow and build here in this men's match. It's day 2, game 1, and it is the Indian men with a massive second quarter, leading 2-1 over the Pasifika men. So far, goals to Iswa and to Prashant Patel. And for the Pasifika men's side, it was Adam Kailea who got it going goalward, but it may have been Dan Scanlon just making sure it got over the line in the nick of time. Our umpires have been really solid so far this game. And talking about the first half there, they're pretty fortunate to have an umpire, Amber Church, in there with the goal, and we can see some footage here at half time of the Pasifika goalkeeper Seb Vainui just starting to warm up a little bit, potentially coming on in the second half. And of course a massive shout out to One Foundation for all of their support and sponsorship of this tournament and our live stream, bringing you all 16 games live and free on the New Zealand Heritage Hockey YouTube channel, the Local Gecko Productions YouTube channel, and of course on Facebook as well. And it is a magical day down here in Hamilton. It's Easter Saturday. We're happy that the shops are all back open again at some point today, fortunately. But we're here for another day of cracking heritage hockey. Now, interestingly, the Indian men came out really hot in that second quarter. You could tell that they'd spoken about a few things in the quarter break, and I mentioned in the build-up, you know, they've got Ketan Hari and Hitendra Patel, two high-level coaches, who have course been involved in some of the junior black stick stuff over the last few years, and Ketan been an assistant coach in this program for a while as well. But equally on the other side of the field, you know, Kevin Fraser and his sons have been involved in the Auckland or Harbour club scene for a long time. They've got the expertise of Jan Pedersen and Stu Pitu probably chipping in for their comments as well. So it will be really interesting, Aaron, to see if there's any changes or what game plan might come out early in this third quarter.
Yeah, I don't think Pasifika need to change too much of what they're doing. Maybe a little bit, I mean, maybe a little bit more intent, maybe. But I think they've been playing a good brand of hockey throughout the first half, and I think they're a bit unlucky to not have a couple of extra ones going through. But maybe a little bit more urgency, working onto those posts, maybe would be something to look for. But
yeah, it kind of unfortunate for the Pasifika men's side. It seems like the small mistakes that they have made are costing them on the scoreboard at the moment. The not tipping them in on the post, the not making sure that ball doesn't enter the edge of the circle there when you've got numbers in the picture. Those two small mistakes have turned into points.
Yeah, well, both their goals have come through a ball from the corner into the circle, as Danny Scanlon makes a great receive.
Great receive past Milan Patel, and it's a penalty corner.
That's a great start. That's good play.
Yep, so Chiba stepped out there, was still under pressure from Milan Patel, who'd earned a card earlier. I think he's happy that the Anton Paulin's not going for the pocket again there, Milan Patel. But look at that, only 20 seconds in, and the Pasifika men here with a big opportunity to level things back up. We haven't seen their penalty corner bracket yet this game, but Adam Kailea, a drag flick exponent, he's lined up on the first bracket.
You got Rocco there on bracket 2 by the looks of it.
Yep.
Rocco Ludoff.
Haven't seen him.
Great name, eh? Rocco.
Yeah, look.
What a name.
He's got a name for TV.
That's for sure.
Here we go, Pasifika. It's Kailea. It's well run. It's still scrambling there. Oh, and Scanlon's coming too hot.
Too hot and heavy for Danny Scan,
yeah.
But he's always there or thereabouts. That's how he poached that goal in the first half. He gets himself in the mix, and you got to love that from Dan Scanlon. Always there, right where you need him to be, and he's one of those people that you love having in your team, because he's gonna just turn up day in and day out. That's for sure. Yeah,
I've got to make special mention too of I didn't quite catch the number of who it was, but the first runner for the Indian men's side. That's a brave line running down the barrel at Adam Kailea.
Yeah, look, yeah, it's it takes a lot of skill running first, being a first runner, and actually doing the job well, because it's not for everyone, not for me, that's for sure.
Yeah, and here comes Shayaswar. He's got Saj Patel. Oh,
wow. You'd love to have that one back.
Saji. Oh, I tell you what, if he was on his home turf there in Wellington, that one's in the net for sure. Saji just got big on him there.
That's the well played sign.
Yep.
Obviously not so well played for that strike there, but that's all right.
Oh, you blink and the Indian men's side have an opportunity. That's how quick they can go forward. It was Shayaswar putting that one on a plate for Saj. And, he'll rue that missed opportunity.
Yeah, you'd have to say Shea's had an outstanding first half and building straight back into his work here in the second stanza. So he's definitely stood up wearing that captain's armband for New Zealand Indians today, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's good to see. Obviously, the last 2 years the side's been captained by Nitish Sukha. Not with us here at this year's tournament, over in Melbourne, playing and coaching over there. I'm sure he'll be watching this morning's match. Shout out Neats and aptly named.
There. That's
there they go. Ish. Oh, great save, Seb Vainui. And a little challenge in the middle of the field. It was Guttenbeil and Iswa. That's a phenomenal bit of goalkeeping there from young Seb Vainui in goal. Shout out to a friend of mine potentially watching, Sandra Field. She mentioned that Seb will likely get a couple of minutes in goal this year after not seeing a lot of game time last year.
Great save there.
Yeah, she'll be stoked to see Seb pulling off that bit of mastery there.
Yeah, Kuvan Guttenbeil starting to look a little bit like Owen Guttenbeil from the New Zealand Warriors.
Yeah, too much hair, but he's we did mention yesterday it's got to be a relative. There can't be too many Guttenbeils running around.
Sure.
Here we go, Milan Patel. 4-2, Brett Menezes, and that is Guttenbeil there. Just taking the ball under control, under Fraser.
So quick.
Whoa, Ash Patel was running. And they just settled things down here, the Pasifika team. Talaval, Yuk. And picked up well there. Excellent work, Ranik Patel.
I've got a feeling we're going to be in for a great second half of hockey here. It's just the pace has picked up. The second quarter probably got a little bit dull there in patches, but definitely that second goal has come to life for this game. Doing it well. Jan Pedersen makes a good stop there.
Yeah, Kishan Nasai here just scrambling to get it back under control. Yeah, you're right, Nabi. Both teams have thrown a bit of a shot at each other at points in that first half, and I think this third quarter is going to be a big one to see who throws the next. And
you don't want
that one's not it. Jan Pedersen, he loves this little reversey to scan, but Chiba, the man, I spoke about him in the build-up. So calm at the back, Kieran Chiba. Xander Fraser's
popped it there.
Tried to eat that one for breakfast.
Looks alright. You hate to see people getting hit.
Yeah,
hate to see it.
Do hope that nothing serious here, but the Indian side still scrambling. And they do enough there, the Pasifika men. Oh, look.
I think Jan would like to have that one back. Maybe a little bit too cute with that pass to Danny Scanlon.
Yep, I'd love to see him almost maybe fake that reverse pass and just pull it on his forehand.
And then even do the double reverse where you fake that layoff, go a little bit and then flick it back through across the forehand once the defender's a little bit flat-footed.
Yeah. But man, he's at the centre of everything happening here, Jan Pedersen, for this Pasifika men's side.
It's just that two, the number 18, the number 4, Danny Scanlon and Jan Pedersen, looking like they're building a pretty solid connection for the New Zealand Pasifika team.
Yeah. Yeah, here is the Indian men's side working out. They'll win the free hit too. In fact, it's gone the other way here. Yuk will bring Fraser onto the ball. Ish Patel just screaming back. You love a striker that works back like Ish Patel.
Yep. Yeah, it's good. It just adds that, it hurries up the attacking team there. It doesn't allow them to play with too much ball, because if they're transferring around the 25 area, you're kind of giving them a little bit too much time on the ball probably.
We'll win the free hit down there. A good bit of skill.
See if they can mimic what the New Zealand Indians team did here and just kind of work in a little bit of a free hit and get it into the circle.
Yeah, this area of the field.
It's not a good ball.
And up go the Indian side. They're chasing hard here. Talaval's going to have a lot of work to do, and he pulls it in. Julius Talaval, he's got Adrian Smith there with him. Zayn Ayuk's got back into position, and this is Ayuk. And Javon Jones, they've done well enough there, the Pasifika team.
45 ball looked almost on.
And here's Xander Fraser. Going to want to shut Fraser down.
You'd have to say that pass from the attacking 25 down to the defensive baseline is kind of what we've been noticing a little bit.
Oh no! Xander Fraser won the free hit, wanted to take it quickly, and the Indian player just rolled the ball away, and it's penalty corner time for Pasifika.
Pretty lucky there. I mean, that's a little bit of ill discipline there from the New Zealand Indians, and it's if you give the New Zealand Pasifika team a lot of that, they're gonna probably start feasting on it, especially after they're just throwing the ball pretty much the length of the field away from an attacking opportunity and got themselves out of it there, and they earn a pretty, you'd have to say, a pretty cheap penalty corner.
Yeah.
But it's a good one for them to hopefully try and level up the score.
Yeah, well, that's it. They've got the opportunity right here, right now. Kailea's off the field, so perhaps we will see the flicking exploits of Rocco Ludov.
Got Gunther Beale there as well in bracket number 2.
Yeah, and Jan Peterson waving his stick at the left layoff. Love to see a bit of that.
You don't mind it.
It's Ludov. It's hit the first runner, and they'll go again. Not tidy at the top. He's had to start his drag flick probably almost 2 yards outside the circle. There to Ludov, but got it going goalward, and
another opportunity.
They will get to go again here. It's Jones to inject. Ludov. Good save, Dil Patel.
Repeat.
Yeah, up there onto the stick of Devon Hari in defence. Good save though. Here we go, take 3. The Indian men no stranger to this. They did it 5 in a row yesterday.
Can't see if they can beat their high score. Eh?
Here we go, Jones. Ludov. Oh, and they go back to Jones.
Back to the dragger.
Yeah,
you don't see that option too often.
It's a tough deflection down there. He tried to take it open instead of just getting it on the reverse. It's a tough one to take.
It is a tough one. I think the forehand option there is the better one. Well, personally as an injector, that's what I'd be trying to do. It's a good carry.
Oh, Saj, Magic Man.
Is that penalty corner?
Oh, and back onto the leg. They're going to say penalty corner Xander Fraser. He's trying to ask for anything other than that. Goes as a pretty little flip, the stick too. And now they're all become lawyers. Let's see the replay here. Saj Patel, like I said, it never quite looks like he's got it. And then all of a sudden, Xander Fraser, I love you as a friend, but look, that's a penalty corner, brother. And you're defending now. So
that straight hit's coming out again.
Well, actually, Kieran Chibber's gone up onto the ball. Perhaps Prashant Patel's not on the field. Kieran Chibber does have a bit of a drag flick in him. And it is Chibber. Oh, yeah. Little Michael Jordan between the legs there from Zain Ayuk. Yes, it does. There is a bit of a flick there from Chibber. Here's Saj Patel just doing his thing. Oh, and that one's hit the foot on going across the goal. Oh, look, I've said it enough times, but Saj Patel, when he gets the ball, just crabbing around the circle, so dangerous. We see the replay here. He's taking the free hit. This is money makers for Saj.
You're kind of stuck in two minds there as a defender, because you don't want to lunge in, just get absolutely coned, but you also don't want to give him too much room to let him cook like that. So
yeah, because he doesn't even need to wind up. He'll flick that from ball on the stick into the roof. Here we go. The bracket for the Indian men. It's Chibber. Great save, Seb Vainui, but it's
repeat.
Yeah, just gone too close, I think, to the bodies there of Ayuk and of Iswar.
That's tough. I mean, it's a good save, just unlucky the players there in the way.
Yeah, good solid save. So here's number 3. They've had 3 each end in this quarter. Chibber.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, Saj Patel's the man on the spot. That's his change-up ball. Flick 1, flick 2, the little slider on 3, and they pick up Saj Patel in the middle of the circle there. Nothing that a goalkeeper can do about that, as we see the replay here. Oh yeah.
What a touch.
That's gorgeous stuff. You clip that one and play it at your team talks. Saj Patel extends the lead now to 3-1 to the Indians.
Floated to the left half.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's a good thing.
What does that mean? What's he doing down there? Not a spot he finds himself in too often, Danny Scan. Maybe he's trying to get on the ball a little bit more.
So Fraser here in the middle, and he does it. It is Dan Scanlon. Fraser just needs his midfielder to work with him. Yuk goes long. There's Peterson. Miss. Oh. He went the little trap door. They weren't on the same page there, the Pasifika men's
Skinny's back
strikers.
up to the front. He's just all over the show at the moment.
Look, that's not unlike Dan Scanlon.
Yeah, well.
But the Indian men now with a 3-1 lead. Not the way many would have expected this game to go, but here they go again, the Indian side.
I think they're just looking slightly more clinical, the Indian men. They're just a little bit sharper, taking their opportunities better, I think. You probably have to say that.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, this.
Oh no, that's unlucky.
Zaina Yuk, the ball just got a little skippy on him on the way out. Oh, but you make your own luck here, and the Indian men's side have gone from strength to strength, second quarter to third quarter. As we see this replay, this is Chiba working around the dotted circle. Just gets one going in. And that was unfortunate there for Zaina Yuk.
Done everything right there, and,
yep.
and unfortunately just rolls onto the foot, earning the New Zealand Indians another penalty corner.
So what can't this man do? Saj Patel's now got onto the first break and looked like he might have a flick in him.
Oh, no, I don't think
nope,
so.
It's gone to Chiba. Also they're looking for the narrow deflection there. They actually switched sides, so Saj Patel ran from the narrow bracket, and Iswal was in there as well.
That reverse deflection's not an easy skill to pull off. It's definitely like a forehand deflection, but you love to see a little bit of craft from penalty corners rather than just always going straight dig every time.
Yep.
To be fair, I also don't mind a straight dig every time. So
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, it's interesting to see that the India men's side, without a real drag flick exponent, trying some different options. We've seen the upright hit a couple. We've seen a bit of a flick there from Chiba. I know he'll be the first to say he's not a genuine flicker, but then the change up, looking for deflections as well. Oh, great work, Chiba there.
Just fantastic effort on defence. I think that's something else that's been the difference as well between these two sides. Just that real hunting for those little turnovers right there.
Yeah.
Whereas Pasifika have been a little bit more standoffish and let the Indians kind of dictate terms slightly to them, I'd probably say.
Yeah. Here's Adam Kaile's found himself back into the midfield. He's scanning up the front, Scanlon.
Good ball.
Couldn't quite get ahead. There was Ratabuli, but good tackle there by Armani Panga. Kailea again. Oh,
good play.
Great defensive work. Chiba's just guided that one out the other side. And you can hear them really getting up in their communication, led by Chiba at the back. Dil Patel, a good communicator as well in goal. And good transfer here is Armani Panga.
Good ball down to the T-junction. Oh, good tackle.
Great tackle there. In the end, it was Brett Menezes down there for the Indian men's side. Does well too, does Menezes. And they just take a little bit of a breath here, the Indian men's side, after a pretty frantic quarter. We count down in the final minute now of it.
That's where you just need to tighten the screws. You got 30 seconds. Don't want to concede here, and you want to keep your 2-goal advantage going into quarter 4.
Yeah, that's it. They'll be desperate to not concede here, the Indian side, in this last 20 seconds now. Pasifika just probing for an opportunity. It's going to fall for Kailea there. Just a little execution. And that's probably been the flavour of the day, the execution, especially in the front third from this Pasifika team.
Green card as well there for number 16.
For Kailea.
Don't know what that's all about, but there you go.
Bit of a grade 1 carry on, I think, over there, but it's the Indian men with another huge quarter. Look, they've been really impressive in these last 2 quarters, second and third, and a big 17 to go now as the 2 teams go in. Aaron, what do you think Kevin Fraser's going to be talking to his Pasifika boys about?
Well, hopefully he's going to get Xander to stop talking to the umpires here and just try and get the boys to throw everything. I think they're going to have to throw everything at the New Zealand Indians side here. everything in the kitchen sink is going to be it. Maybe looking to play maybe 3 at the back, promote a midfielder to give a little bit more attacking option, because they're just going to need to go. And I mean, they're 2 goals down, you've got 17 minutes to pull it back. So yeah, a lot. We haven't seen Stu Pitu as well. He's played a little bit the first quarter and hasn't seemed to come back. So maybe trying to work him in just for a bit of leadership and experience on the field might help. But yeah, I think go forward's going to be the message out of the Pasifika men's camp.
Yeah, I know Jan will be pretty vocal in that team talk as well, just trying to get those small things. We mentioned execution and decision making and option taking going forward. It hasn't quite fallen their way so far in this match, so if they can tighten a couple of things up the front,
That's a great difference.
that's absolutely gorgeous, exactly as it's drawn up. And now equally for the Indian men's side, they'll obviously be riding the highs of those 2 quarters, but can't let off by any means, because I tell you what, if this Pasifika men's side do tighten things up and do get their touches happening, we could be in for 17 minutes of a war here.
Yeah, I think the next goal, if there is another goal, the next goal is very important. You'd think if New Zealand Indians put one up and go 4-1 up, that'll probably break the hearts of the Pasifika boys a little bit, and they'll make it a lot more challenging to come back from. But if the Pasifika men take it to 3-2, I think we're going to be all on from there. So very exciting passage of play coming up.
Yeah,
17 to go.
Yeah, and these first 4 or 5 minutes are going to be huge here. And remembering the Pasifika men are down a player with that late card to Adam Kailea.
I think definitely discipline's going to come into it. Definitely, for sure. I think we're going to have to you'd want to keep 11 men on the field as long as possible.
Yeah. Here's Jones.
Just go for it.
Jones has Talaval. Talaval's got Fraser. Lovely midfield entry. And across to Guttenbiel. He's got Jan Peterson streaming forward. This is Peterson. Great passage of play here for Pasifika, but Kieran Chiba.
Yeah, good tackle, Jan. That's good following back from the striker.
Good work there by Guttenbiel. Kishan Nasai there. Stick in the right place, and Chiba throws one over. Iswa's going to get it going forward. Iswa's got Nasai. Iswa's also got a drag. Iswa doesn't have his feet anymore.
He's probably lucky to be sticking around on the field, I'd say. It was
it's a momentum killer for sure.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, purely unintentional, but
Didn't look great.
And here's Saj Patel working. Goes across the goal there. Ish Patel sees it go past him. Just like that, both teams with a little bit of a showcase of their attacking prowess. Xander Fraser here. Alex Dio just working the sideline away from Saj Patel.
He's always so calm on the ball, Alex Dio.
Yeah, here he goes again. That's a great pass too.
To JP and mistrap there, but that's what you want to see. You want to see start play like that. They're not afraid to hold the ball and just work together. 15 minutes is a long time in a game of hockey to get a couple of goals, so that's good, encouraging play from the Pasifika men.
Yeah, and they've fallen back out to the Pasifika side, not putting a high press on at this point. Now they've got their players back though. They're back to 11 as we saw Ratabuli come onto the field just there. I'd love to see him bring that energy he did in the first quarter. Calvin Ratabuli at the front for the Pasifika team.
Very much a live wire in that strike line for the Pasifika men, so hopefully he can come back and get going.
Yeah, yep. So he's on the field now, just marking the ball carrier, waving his stick, trying to cut down his passing options. Here's Alex Dio.
A free hit. It's good from him. Good from Alex.
Cool customer. He's got Javon Jones in the middle of the field. Shapes his overhead. Opts out to Fraser instead, who's a couple of Indians players running at him, but worked out to Ludov. We haven't seen much of Ludov in this second half so far.
Xander Fraser's been probably the standout for the New Zealand Pasifika team. Been playing really well.
Yeah, I mean he's
class act.
Yep, we expect that from Xander Fraser. And here they go, Pasifika. Jan Peterson. again, it just doesn't quite fall for them in their circle, the Pasifika men.
Doing about 98% of everything.
Yep.
Really, really well. And that last little bit there is just kind of falling apart for them.
Yeah,
Ever so slightly.
if they do go down in this game in the end, they're going to watch some of this video back and rue the opportunities that went across the circle for them. They could be in a bit of trouble here. The Pasifika strikers are all on this side of the field. Oh, and they haven't taken it quick enough. Overturned. Here they go. Ratabuli.
Oh, no.
Oh, and that's not the option. He had 2 players with him. Scanlon had streamed forward. Pedersen was on his inside. Oh,
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Jan
Yep.
Pedersen's pulling his hair out.
Yeah, you love those opportunities as a striker, and you think nothing better than to smoke it on the reverse. But sometimes you got to dish it off to someone in slightly better position.
Yeah.
3-on-1 there is you got to convert that.
So interestingly, Anton Paul and the umpire, they're very in tune with the flow of the game. The Indians just trying to wear minutes off the clock. Oh, great tackle, Shea, and has awarded the free hit the other way. I think he's absolutely right.
Yeah, for sure. You saw it in Pitu's back on the field.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. We call for him a little bit of leadership there. I think we'll see him play a big role in this final 12 minutes.
Look at them just trying to get their shape back. They got out of shape in all sorts. They're back 3 on one side of the field. Here they go forward through Rocco Ludov taking on Ishan Patel.
Again, for the New Zealand Indians, just keep trying to absorb the pressure, soak it up, one attack at a time. Start working, keep doing your things. I think they're doing very well. And Pasifika men need to keep ratcheting up another level and just finding new gears every few minutes if possible.
Yeah. And they'll earn the free hit just outside the 25-yard line here. Julius Talaval. I will say the Pasifika men's side are, I think, really missing the services of Jacob Suchun, who was down to play this weekend. Just pulled with a bit of an injury on Thursday evening.
He's not someone you want to lose out of your team as old Suchun.
Yeah, would have just really helped that midfield and attack. Piece things together. The other obvious one, of course, is Xander's younger brother, Aiden, who I mean is an absolute world-class act, who has been out here for the Pasifika team over the last couple of years. But look, no discredit to who they do have on the park today. They're just missing the little 1%ers in the attack.
That's always the stuff that frustrates you the most, is that little stuff when you miss it.
Yeah.
You just see everything else is going so well, and you just can't. It's like you're just eating a nicely baked cake, but it's got
that's
no
a goal!
icing, and there we go.
Oh no! The little touch in front of the goal of Seb Vainui there beats him in the end. It's a little rip across the baseline. Just picks up the stick there, and the deflection puts the Indian men's side ahead 4-1. We'll see this replay. It might almost be out of shot. This one here ripped along the baseline. Oh, lovely touch. I think it was Jaden Gosha there for the Indian men's side.
And that's the stuff there as well. And then you see that stuff's not going the Pasifika men's way, and then for the Indians it seems to be very much going their way. So
yeah, it's
a cruel sport sometimes.
It is. It's in many sports we talk about the bounce of the ball, and it's very much that way today.
Good carry up the line.
Yeah, strong. Talaval.
Tackle, equally good defending.
Yeah, Gosha, that was the goal scorer there.
Then he gets a size 9 in the way.
Yeah, size 9 women's, I think. Here we go, is Milan Patel.
Good
strong
tackle.
challenge, Zain Ayuk, and they come forward here. Ratabuli needs to get it under control. He won't. It's Ranik Patel who will do it instead.
It's another example of a little bobbly pass made it slightly more difficult for Ratabuli to pull that one in, and then another attack breaks down for Pasifika.
Yeah, they're probably victims of their own demise a little bit here, this Pasifika men's side. He's stupid. Oh, look at that.
Stop it. Get out, he said.
Yeah.
Well
He's
done.
just so calm. You can see where Alex Dio's learned it from.
Yeah.
And their time together. Stupid to representing Tuvalu.
He wears those yellow shoes. He says he gets 10% faster when he puts them on. So that's why I'm aware that he's told me that's why he's put them on. So
Yeah.
smart. You need all the help you can get, really.
Yep. And Chiba,
Good tackle.
Jan Pedersen, he's money, isn't he? Jan Pedersen at the middle of everything. Here's Ludolf. Still Pedersen.
He's getting the belly on the line, which is what we called for in the first half. So it's good to see the urgency there. 8 to go.
Yeah, there's probably nobody I've seen that works harder than Jan Pedersen.
A real competitor.
Yeah.
A real competitor.
Yeah, if the game was 70 minutes, he'll play for 80. He's just an absolute legend, Jan Pedersen. Here we go. Let's see what the Pasifika men can build up
Big
here.
shift here's on. If they can get it to the left-hand flank, they might be on for an attack here through Guttenbiel.
Talaval finds Guttenbiel. He's got Iswa to beat. No easy beat by any means.
Good old position.
Yuk here opts to just recycle through Talaval. Pitu, he'll direct Adrian Smith. Ludolf with a little bit of a 1-2, how you do. And it's just outside the circle there for the Pasifika men's side.
It's an awesome passage of play. They're going from left flank to right flank and to the edge of the circle, and that's just showing what they can do when they link up and play well.
Yeah. Yeah, here they go. Zaina Yuk keeps it on a string. He's done well there. Ratabuli again.
Got to be a little bit stronger there at the shot on goal.
Yeah, Dylan Patel pretty solid in the back there. He's starting to warm into his tournament. Dylan Patel. Javan Jones does well there to win the free hit for Pasifika.
Very flat back four at the moment.
Yeah.
All the back four in front of the halfway.
Javan Jones. It's fallen for them. Oh, and he's just missed the goal. There is Rocco Ludolf. And those are the 1%ers. That's the tail of the tape today. That's how it's been. The Pasifika men just unable to convert little ones like that. And the Indian side, look, they've been really good in the front third.
Yeah. Oh, Shu giving up the free hit.
And here comes Saj Patel.
I don't think he was ever five there. Oh, close hanger. Umpire's pointing the...
Well, we just need to settle things down a touch here.
Yeah, not easy when both umpires are pointing a different direction there.
Yeah.
So makes it challenging for the players.
Yep, they'll get there in the end though, and it's a free hit out for Pasifika. Had the scoreboard been a little bit closer, I think the Indians may have been a little more concerned about that one, but fortunately they find themselves well ahead 4-1 now, and it's going to be a pretty tough challenge if Pasifika want to try and get things back to a ball game here. Stu Pitu showing off his skills.
Nice one layer.
No, that's max distance for Stu Pitu.
Not taking the keeper off yet. Could be almost at that time, you'd think, for Pasifika men.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe with...
you want to just see them throw everything here. Jan Pedersen gets the touch going forward. Adam Kailea, they force the save from Dylan Patel.
He's looked quite safe in goal, Dylan Patel.
Yeah, I think he knows what continent he's on today as opposed to where he was yesterday. Good to see him hitting his straps here for the Indian side. Long-time player and leader in this New Zealand Indian side. Dylan Patel plays his club hockey in Auckland. Julius looking forward. Nobody there to find for Talaval and for Pasifika. But Chiba, as he has all day, cool and calm at the back. Finds Brett Menezes. He's under a bit of pressure there. Scanlon does really well. Dan Scanlon.
Good tackle. Good coming back tackle there. Another good striker tackle. We've seen that quite often actually from the Indian team. Good striker tackles on the way back. I could probably learn a thing or two.
Yeah, they're really good in their effort and intensity going back in those scramble positions. Their strikers certainly helps Nabi when you got a bit of speed too. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'd have to I think my days of being fast are long gone. A little bit of a slow pass there from Peru. That's a bold pass into the circle.
Yeah, just too many in the honeypot there. I can see the idea, but
Oh, I don't mind that.
here we
Going
go.
the other way.
Ishay. Here we go, Ishan Patel. Oh, well worked. Zaina Yuk. Oh, still there for Patel. Good smother there, Seb Vainui in goal for Pasifika. Oh, Zaina Yuk's had to put the afterburners on there to try and catch Ishan Patel.
He's done well.
Yep.
Done well for the big fella.
Indians perhaps want one more to put on the mantelpiece. Here's Kailea working out for Pasifika. Scanlon's streaming forward for him. Peterson's working as well. Javon Jones on the inside.
What you'd love to see is a lot of white shirts back there as well. They're defending in a pack.
Yep,
The
10 of them
New
there.
Zealand
10 of them back, and here comes the 11th.
That's more my style, the real delayed run back.
Yeah, truck and trailer. Will
Yeah.
happily be the trailer. Here's Scanlon.
Oh, not happy.
Oh, Danny Scanlon.
Not happy with that call,
Nah.
Danny Scanlon. But you'd have to say Team Yellow have done very well today. They've I think, reffed a fantastic game.
Yeah, it's been a fast-paced one too, and a lot of opportunities at both ends of the field, and they've been on top of all of it. And here is Saj Patel. Oh, he'll get it back.
Go Sage.
Here he is. Well,
Xander again.
yep.
Just at the back.
That's a matchup I've loved seeing today. Saj Patel taking on Xander Fraser. Oh,
Good ball.
a little bat out there. It's going to run past Guttenbiel. And the Indian side breathe a sigh of relief. Brett Menezes will pull the ball up onto the sideline.
Yeah, it's definitely those little one layers in the modern game of hockey have been something that's really well, or can be well utilised, and changes the game really well when you put little 10 metre, 15 metre overheads on like that.
Yeah, it used to just be the overhead was who can throw it the furthest and who can hit the back fence, and that was the aim of the game. But now, being able to pinpoint them is a huge asset. And here comes the Indian side through Menezes. Lovely
Good
slip
ball.
ball. Iswa.
Tackle.
Great tackle, Zaina Yuk. That's no easy feat. Full stretch for the big fella.
So you're committed there. It's all
Yeah.
it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Those kind of tackles.
Yeah, fortunate for them, he got all. And the Indian side happy to just play out into a three-quarter. We're in the final minute now. Result is well and truly in the books. The numbers perhaps might say otherwise. And here comes Ponga. And snuffed out in the end there by Devon and Bicker. Fraser on the ball. Big transfer. Nice transfer from the Pasifika side. Oh, Chiba.
Don't mind it. That's a trapdoor. That was
Yep.
on purpose, I think.
Absolutely. Caught Jan Peterson out.
Bold strategy, but
Yeah.
not a bad one.
Yeah. He's a cool customer as Kieran Chiba at the back for the Indian side.
So the last 10 seconds. Good stupid.
Yeah, Stu Pidu hips
Oh.
first. Sets up Ratabuli. Still going Ratabuli. And that is the game in the books. No more on the scoreboard. It's 4-1 to the New Zealand Indian men. Now both these teams makes things really interesting heading into tomorrow. Both these teams now with 1 win, 1 loss on the competition. The Indian men's side needed to strike back this morning, and they've done just that. Thanks to a pretty clinical attacking group. And I mean, I lament the efforts of Sajjan Patel, Ishan Patel, Shea Iswa. They were really solid going forward, but man, a lot rests on the shoulders too of Dylan Patel and Kieran Chiba at the back for them. A huge effort to get over this Pasifika men's side, and maybe this Pasifika side will rue some of the opportunities as we see some of the replays here from the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, they got close. Started a lot of good effort as that first one goes across the face of the goal. Another opportunity here. Danny Scanlon on the baseline, trying to go the aerial route over the goalie. Not quite on that one there. Pasifika, you see them make a lot of fantastic plays through their players. Another attacking opportunity, Ratabuli here making it just again across the outside of that left post. Another good attacking play, and all but close there. And then the next one we'll see is the goal bundled in. Danny Scanlon making a good attack into the circle, ball to the dot, and then the strike, the follow up, and tapped in there. So they had their opportunities, Pasifika men, and the Indian team built into the game. Took a little bit longer. It's a good upright reverse shot, good save there from the Pasifika keeper. And there's our yellow card for Milan there. So that was that one. And this is the two opportunities in the end of the first half, I should say. Balls in the corner, hit in, and penalty corner earned. In the upright reverse for the goal there. Tap in Shea Iswa, captain of New Zealand Indians, for goal number 1 for them. Great attacking play again from New Zealand Indians. They started to pick up a lot of pace in the second quarter and started working a lot more attacking opportunities as they did. And of course another one, they're identical almost, from left edge into the circle, across the goal, and hit out there on purpose. The resulting penalty corner was goal number 2, straight hit in there again. So working that left edge across the circle, and Pasifika men just couldn't quite find the final touch for their attacking plays, but Danny Scanlon did well. He had a good game, the number 4 for Pasifika men, but worked it out well there, the New Zealand Indian side. Perfect. And that's a good one there. So we're going to now cross live to Brad Pittman down on the field with player of the match from today's game.
Hey guys, I'm down here on the field with our man of the match, and it is Indian men's captain Shea Iswa. Shea, massive game. You guys needed that one today, and a huge performance from your boys.
Yeah, honestly, it's exactly what we needed today. Yesterday was a really disappointing performance, but had a lot of good chats back at the hotel, prepared well, and we executed today, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and execution was the flavour of the day. The Pasifika men's side will rue some of their missed opportunities, but you guys just seemed to pounce on everything that was there. Your first goal off the save of the goalkeeper there, you were able to pop in, and I think the penalty corner execution was impressive. Saj Patel's goal there off the deflection. Was it a focus to be a little more clinical in the attacking third today?
It definitely was a focus, but I suppose it was more all over the field. We knew we needed to do just the really simple things right today, and that translated into giving us even more opportunities in the circle. But yeah, nonetheless, to score some crappy goals, if they look pretty or not, I don't care. They're goals, right? So it was good to get them.
Absolutely, and it sets up a pretty big game for you guys tomorrow, obviously with the final on Monday in sight. You guys will go home, I'm sure, and look at some of the tape and reassess some things going forward. But what do you think might be a focus for tomorrow's match?
I think we just have to keep going forward, building. We obviously started quite slow, and tournaments can kind of go up and down. They're quite weird weeks or weekends that you have away, and we just need to keep the momentum going forward, upwards, and keep executing, really.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was an awesome game, and congratulations to you on man of the match, but also to your team on a big win. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you, and all the best.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Alright guys, that was our first men's game of the day, and it is the New Zealand Indian men taking home the spoils 4-1 over a spirited Pasifika side. We'll be back with those same two teams in the women's competition coming up live at midday. It's the Pasifika women taking on the New Zealand Indian women. We'll be here live for it. Cheers.